Okay, so I've played a couple of rounds of Marathon this morning in the server slam. I wanted to give you my first impressions of it. A lot of times people say, well, that's not long enough. You may be right. I've had my impressions change. But what I will tell you is if this wasn't a big game that I would want to talk about with the audience, or if I have not in the next week or so heard people raving about it, I would delete this. And I don't mean it's a bad game at all. It's beautifully made. It's a wonderful production. Sounds great. It's probably just not for me. I loved, what's the goddamn thing called? Arc Raiders. Like, I was obsessed with Arc Raiders. Let me put this on in the background so you guys can see some gameplay. This is coming from Reforge. But I was absolutely obsessed with Arc Raiders. I'm not an Extraction guy other than that, but I immediately fell in love with it. I played it after about a week of people raving about it, and it just instantly it hooks you. This game isn't like that. So do I think that there's a lot more here? Of course, absolutely. And I didn't play it with a team. They put you in teams and things, but I didn't, they were just random people. It's just fine. It feels a little slow. It doesn't, after Arc Raiders, which really, for me, and I think for a lot of people, brought them into the world of extraction shooters, so it was very, very fresh for a lot of us, then you're just, you're over that and you need a twist. This may have a twist. I mean, the visuals and the world is a twist, I suppose, but it just feels kind of, okay, it's an extraction shooter. Like, it doesn't feel very unique or special, just as a first impression. And again, that's 2 rounds. But what I would say is 2 rounds is enough for me to go, I would delete it if I was. I will play it more because I know people want to talk about it, and it might get great. It might be amazing, but it doesn't feel amazing immediately. It feels underwhelming immediately. Even the visual style, which I thought was going to be this kind of neon-drenched, really stylistic world, that doesn't really feel, it's there, as you can see, but most of the world just feels normal. At least the 2 levels or maps that they shipped with. It's a little slow. Obviously, there's visual language stuff you have to learn. I don't mind that, whereas in Arc Raiders, you pick something up, you immediately kind of know what it is. Here, you've got to look at the little icons. In some ways, it's almost like the user interface is over-designed for the narrative, and I get how it fits in the narrative, but from a gameplay standpoint, it's like, okay, I guess I'll have to learn that this little icon goes in this slot and things like that. Fine. But yeah, overall, it's not bad. It feels a little slow. It feels, it's okay. But it certainly doesn't feel special. And the only reason I'm going to go back and play it is either if I hear people going, dude, you're so wrong, this thing's brilliant, and I just didn't get that in the first playthrough, or if it turns out that I do play it a little bit more and I discover that myself. But my first impressions is if it wasn't a first-party game and people weren't talking about it and excited about it and curious about it, this would be one of those that I just download, play for a few rounds, delete, and never think about again. That's my first impressions. I'll follow up over the weekend and let you know if I've changed my mind. What do you think of the game? Have you played it? You can play it right now for free all weekend long on Steam and PlayStation 5. Give it a play. See if, tell me what I'm missing. All right. Be well. Bye.